Imagine for 1 second a world where the only light in your Sims house is from candles they've crafted themselves. Am I right? You know, thinking about that more, I realize that it's not gonna appeal to like anybody, but it appeals to me, okay? I love this like off-the-grid concept in The Sims. The ability to grow and fish out your own food and craft all your own furniture, all your own light sources. I think that's so fun. And it's already possible in The Sims 4. There's literally an off-the-grid lot trait where your Sims don't have access to the power or water supply, so anything electronic won't work on their lot, they can't use any water. And so I built what I imagine is like the perfect off-the-grid sort of style cabin, and ideally, once Eco Lifestyle comes out, the new pack for The Sims 4, we can maybe update it with some new items, things like candle making and, you know, worms, whatever else might apply to this. Obviously, the whole point of Eco Lifestyle isn't, you know, the off-the-grid system, but I'm hoping that it'll update it a little bit, maybe make it a little bit better. So, in preparation for that, we're gonna build a house just, you know, with what we have now instead. So here we are in the middle of nowhere in Windenburg, building a little cabin. Now, I built this, and I encountered a few problems that I didn't realize about off the grid. Number one, a few of the things that I wanted to work didn't, because there's the ability for your Sims to craft a lot of bathroom furniture and stuff themselves with the woodworking table. They can, like, craft a bathtub, they can craft a toilet and stuff. The bathtub your Sims can craft doesn't function off the grid for some reason, which is very weird, so I was kind of upset about that, but it's fine, because in my mind, I feel like an off-the-grid bathtub makes a lot more sense than an off-the-grid shower. The cheapest shower technically works off the grid because your Sims need a shower to survive, so there's like one of everything that's necessary, even though you might not want to actually use it off the grid. Your Sims just get uncomfortable when they use it, and they're like, ew, it's stinky water, and then get mad at you, which is fair enough, but I just don't understand why the bathtub won't work, because, like, you know, realistically, if you didn't have a water source, you could, like, fill up some sort of bathtub situation. Like, you could bring water from elsewhere into a tub and bathe yourself there. Like, you don't actually need plumbing to take a bath. You need plumbing to take a shower. But it's fine. The bathtub just doesn't work. So whatever, I'm not upset. It's fine. But things like one of the fridges, one of the stoves work, your Sims can cook food from the fire pits and the grills. I mean, there are ways to survive off the grid. Your Sims can also shower in the rain. So if you've got seasons, you're totally fine. But I had a lot of fun building this house and like imagining how my Sim would live here. I made a huge farm in the back so they can grow all their own food. They've got a fireplace to heat their house. They've got like bookshelves and chess tables for fun. Also a swing set, because there's one with Island Living that looks like they built it themselves, so I put that down in the backyard. There's a well somewhere, because, you know, ideally you would have a place to get water even if you weren't like on a formal water supply with plumbing or anything. I just think this sort of style of gameplay is so interesting in The Sims, because everything in The Sims 4 kind of relies around technology. The Sims 4 seems very technologically advanced to me. I mean, think about all like the heavy machinery and like cool fancy technology they've added in the game. I mean, even to make cupcakes, you need this whole like monstrous machine. Think about the microscope, how it's enormous. The like telescope is a huge observatory. I mean, they've kind of like gone big in the Sims 4 with technology. Everything is just huge and fancy and futuristic, and that's fun. It just, this sort of style, like playing off the grid like this, is the complete opposite of that. And sometimes it's kind of fun to like go back to your roots, you know? I sort of wish we had newspapers for that reason. I know they're dying in real life, but sometimes I miss a good newspaper for your Sims. They need their phone for like everything in The Sims 4, you know, for playing games, for paying their bills, for hiring stuff, and that makes sense. But sometimes I just miss the newspaper, you know, no matter how annoying it was in past Sims games. You forget to cancel it and the kid just keeps showing up and leaving it on your porch, and then you've got like 10 sitting out there all like smelly and stinky and old, and yeah. Maybe the newspaper was a curse, but I miss that. I miss that like nostalgic old thing. Maybe I just want to play like it's not modern times sometimes. This might be the history major in me coming out, but I really enjoy this sort of gameplay. I want to pretend it's the olden days and we don't have electricity yet. This house has all bases covered, by the way. Your Sims can cook here. They've got a bed, they've got a fireplace and a couch, they've got a place to eat. It's just really small. You'll notice that it's really small. There are a few things that I wish I could have tagged as off the grid that weren't. I mean, like the laundry day sink isn't tagged as off the grid, but the fancy, more industrial looking one that comes with Dine Out is. Some of the candles don't work properly off the grid. I think this needs a very formal big update to the system. It always has needed an update to the system because it just seems like there's big oversights with how the trait works. But maybe someday they'll fix it. Maybe someday we can use bathtubs off the grid. I actually made a living off the land Let's Play once, like long time ago. And then as soon as I started that Let's Play, Island Living came out and then they added the off the grid lot trait, and I was like, well, now you ruined my whole whole system. Now it actually works. And so I stopped the Let's Play, but maybe someday we could bring that back and do something similar again, because it was really fun. I really enjoyed doing that. I realized that many people probably don't care about this at all. This is super not your gameplay style, and that's totally fine. But I'm having so much fun, like, imagining this sort of house and trying to figure out a layout. I actually streamed this the other day. I did it on Twitch. I stream every day on Twitch, by the way, if you didn't know, except for Sundays. But every day on Twitch I'm live. We do a lot of building over there. Actually, I have an embarrassing story about yesterday. It's not embarrassing. It just sounds way worse than it actually is, because we've been fundraising for St. Jude on Twitch this month. We've actually raised $75,000 for St. Jude this month. We hit that goal yesterday. And so I streamed like all day yesterday as part of the fundraiser, but also because I was villager hunting in Animal Crossing. And if you don't know what that means, I'm gonna give a brief overview, because Animal Crossing is like my newfound obsession. It has been so good for me in this like weird time. And I have been having so much fun playing it and like watching other people villager hunt, because you can have 10 villagers on your island, right? But if one wants to leave, you can go villager hunting to like these Nook Miles ticket islands. Like you take a plane, hop somewhere to a random mystery island, and then there's a villager there. And you know, maybe have like favorites, certain villagers you want the most, certain personality types you want the most, and so you just keep going to them, hunting for someone you're looking for. And so I spent, I'm not kidding, 160 Nook Miles tickets yesterday. I went to 160 islands. It took me 9.5 hours. I was hunting for Bo, Rosie, or Lolly. They're 3 villagers in Animal Crossing. If you don't know who they are, it doesn't matter. But if you do, there you go. And then I finally found Bo. I was like fully about to cry. I spent 9.5 hours doing that yesterday, so that's why I didn't post a YouTube video, because I was, you know, kind of busy. It sounds ridiculous, but it was for charity. So it's fine. I'd probably do it again if I had to, even if it wasn't for charity, because it was fun. But here's the clip of me finding Bo, just so you can know what it was like. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. If Eric's here, I swear to God. Oh my God! It took us 160 tickets to find him! Oh my God! I'm gonna start crying. I've been doing this for 9.5 hours! Honestly, Animal Crossing kind of fits this off-the-grid vibe. Of course, everything in Animal Crossing relies on your fancy phone, but like, this moving to a deserted island, playing off the grid, kind of lines up with the story we're trying to build here in The Sims. It's honestly kind of embarrassing how small this house is, but how long it took me to furnish it in real life. I had a hard time with the floor plan, like a very hard time with it, because I wanted the bed to not be against the wall. We all know about the infamous scoot problem, as in if your bed's against the wall, your Sims can get in on the left side and like slide over to the right side with it being against the wall still. That doesn't work for everybody. It's been like a known glitch, known issue since like 2015. It used to work and then it stopped. And for some reason, some people can still do it. I can't do it. It has never worked for me since then. And so I really didn't want the bed against the wall because I wanted to have 2 Sims sleep there. But listen, it was the only way that it could work. And maybe someday they'll fix the scoot glitch and this won't be a problem anymore. But it's so annoying how it used to work and then it just stopped. And that's like a known problem. It did stop. You can find forum posts about it. They've admitted to it themselves, the gurus. It was like after Get to Work, it just was like, never mind, I don't work anymore. And that, you know what? Fine, I don't care. I'm not upset. I'm not mad about it. That's one of those things that with tiny homes would be so nice if you could do it again. Why can't we do it? Why doesn't it work? Why is it still broken? Whatever. Maybe they'll fix it in the patch. We can get ladders and a scoot glitch fix in the patch, and then we can make real tiny homes. This house is actually a small home, I think. I don't remember. No, I think it's a tiny home. It's 64 tiles. It's a tiny home, not a small home. 64 tiles, so you get all the perks of being in a tiny home, but it's not even that small. It's just trying to be a story, you know? So your Sims are gonna get a bunch of perks for living here. Like, they're gonna get personality boosts and things. Personality boosts? You know what I mean. They'll be like happier and stuff, because for some reason living in a small space makes you happy in The Sims. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Tiny house people, they love their lives. I personally cannot imagine having to share a tiny house like this with my whole family. I mean, obviously this house only has 1 bed in it, but like, I've built micro homes that fit like 8 Sims or something, and the idea of living in a 32 tile micro home with 7 other people is revolting to me. I could never, ever. I mean, no offense to my family, but even like staying in a hotel room with them. Too many, too much. It's too much. I cannot deal with it. I love you, Mom, but you know? Luckily it's The Sims and that's not an issue here. Speaking of The Sims and issues, I don't know why I said that. I never use the outdoor retreat landscaping. Like never, ever, ever. Those purple plants, I think I can count on one hand the number of times I've used them, but I put them everywhere on this lot and I was so into it. I love it. I'm so glad that I did because I like never give them a chance. And now that I've tried, I'm like, wait a minute, outdoor retreat kind of has some fun landscaping. Maybe we'll start using this more often. And so I had a lot of fun landscaping this lot too. Obviously the whole house mostly is the outside, you know, because the inside is so small. So the backyard is like the main focus of this whole place, is having this like fancy, you know, outdoor seating area. You've got like a fire pit for cooking, you've got a grill, you've got the woodworking bench and the flower assembling table and the farm space. I mean, everything is outside. You better hope you get some good weather over here because I don't know what you're gonna do otherwise. Doesn't it snow a lot in Windenburg? Isn't the winter like pretty harsh in Windenburg over here? Good luck to you all. I wish good luck to the Sims that live here. Who do you think lives here? Do you think it's like, I think it's like some older lady, lives by herself, you know, makes her money selling her flower arrangements, pops into town sometimes, you know? I like that idea. Maybe her and her like 6 cats live here. I don't know what it is with me and cat ladies in The Sims. I think it's because I see myself doing this. Not necessarily living off the grid thing. I make my money on the internet. I could never do this. But like, I see myself with the cat lady thing. I mean, I have one cat right now. She's a little bit older. I've had her since I was like 9. Snap's almost 12 now. But I see myself getting many cats in the future, and I'm not afraid to admit it, okay? I think if I ever get another cat, I think I'd like to adopt like 2 kittens together, like maybe like a sibling pair or something, because I wouldn't want to separate them, and I feel like an older cat would be bad for Snap because she would have her territory stepped on somehow. I don't know. But I mean, at this rate, we're gonna be a 3-cat household by like next year. That's a lie, I don't know about next year. But someday I'll get more cats, and we're on our way. We are well on our way to being a cat lady over here. I own 2 cat trees. There's one in here and one downstairs. Like, I'm telling you, we are well on our way. This kind of reminds me also of the wolf pack challenge that my friends and I made back when Cats and Dogs came out. You can Google it if you want to read the rules and stuff, but I also made a Let's Play on it. The wolf pack challenge is really dumb, but here's the concept. You move out to that like island lot in Brindleton Bay, the middle of nowhere island lot in Brindleton Bay, and you have a house. It's just the one sim. It's 6 dogs and 1 raccoon. And the goal is to make all your money just based on your dogs hunting and bringing you back items. So you can like take the dogs hunting, sell the items they brought back to you, and then make your money that way. And the goal is to build a house worth 50,000 simoleons just from your dog's items. And the raccoon exists as a timer, right? So you can make an elder raccoon, you can play on whatever lifespan length you want to set the difficulty, and the goal is to make this house and like reach the goal by the time the raccoon dies. If the raccoon dies, you lose, because you have to have this house before the evil raccoon dies. And it's supposed to be evil raccoon, it's supposed to have like really bad traits and stuff, because the idea is the raccoon ruins everything. I don't know. It's a really dumb challenge, but it's kind of fun. It's this same like off-the-grid sort of lifestyle because you don't really have any money, so you have to craft furniture and stuff. Meanwhile, your dogs are out bringing you back random toys that you can sell and hopefully some gold bars. And then the raccoon's just hanging out, you know, ruining things and stuff. Honestly, this house is very, very similar to what I used to live in that house in the Let's Play. Sounds kind of bad. Are we playing the Wolfpack challenge right now? Also, if you didn't know, there are raccoons in The Sims 4. It's just a cat, but like one of the breeds of cat in the game is a raccoon. There's also foxes. You can get like a fox breed. It's a dog in The Sims. You can just change the breed in the cast menu and then all of a sudden you've got a raccoon. It's kind of funny, but also kind of weird. Like what made them decide to make a raccoon? I don't know. I'm into it. Tom Nook can exist in The Sims 4. He's not even a raccoon. Oh my god, that adds a whole new level to the Wolfpack challenge. Tom Nook is the one who's on your back about the 50k house. Interesting. Maybe I'll link that Let's Play down below. I don't know why you'd want to watch it. That was back when I lived in my dorm. That was when I was in college. That wasn't that long ago. I graduated this semester. I've been graduated for like 2 weeks. Wow, that was way back when I was in college. Back in the good old days, you know, the glory days. 2 weeks ago. Oh boy. Alright, the build's kind of coming close to ending here. I'm putting in some finishing touches, you know, adding things like chess tables and stuff, because I was like, wait a minute, your Sims are gonna have to build their fun somehow. Let's give them chess tables, we gotta give them a swing set, maybe a bookcase. Best of luck to you guys. Because honestly, I think that the biggest issue with this stuff when your Sims are living like this is the fun need and also the social need, because your Sims live in the middle of nowhere. I think my like go-to is oftentimes to like play some games on the computer or like watch TV really quick to get their fun up, but that's just not gonna happen here. I'm sorry, but you are not going to get to do that because there's no electricity out in the middle of nowhere. There is a woohoo bush, so I guess, I mean, that's always an option. So here's what we built out again in the middle of nowhere in Windenburg. I love this part of Windenburg. It's like my favorite place to build and play in, to be honest. But you load into the lot here and we've got our beautiful off-the-grid cabin. I wouldn't call it beautiful. It's really small. It doesn't even matter. All the bases are covered. You can do your laundry. There's a clothesline in the front. There's a little like wash basin back here. You can cook food and hang out by the fire. You can craft little flower arrangements. You can grow your flowers. I put this well down in the back to pretend that you could get your water from it, but it doesn't actually work. It's just like a prop from Get Famous, but it fits the vibe. I mean, it makes sense. The porch has some wind chimes, you've got a chess table, some more plant pots, you can craft all your furniture on the workbench, you can eat over here, you've got bees, you've got trees. All of these are individually placed debug little stepping stones to make a fake path. I think it kind of looks cute. The actual inside is not that much. It's kind of small, lit up entirely by candles, of course. It's not even that dark inside, to be honest, which works out kind of nicely, but there are a lot of candles in here. There's a little bedroom space over this way. You've got a fireplace and a living space. You've got a little table for eating dinner. Your Sims can cook off the grid. They can make grilled cheese and eggs and toast. They can also make garden salad and fruit salad. So I mean, you're good to go. You can still cook things. The stove does work, just not that well. I'm sure with a higher cooking skill, there's probably a few more options. There's also a bathroom in here. These things all work off the grid, by the way, but if you take a shower, your Sim's not gonna be too happy about it. Looks like a nice shower still, even if, you know, it's not off the grid and it's cold, stinky, dirty water. Oh, she didn't get mad about it. Oh, well, that's good. She does have a tiny home bonus, so good for her. But that is the entire house. There's not much to show you over here. It's on my gallery if you want to download it. I think it uses a lot of packs, though. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got a little bit carried away. Considering how small this house is, that is shameful. But on that note, I'm going to go. So please make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day. And so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. I love a good speed build Sunday. Reminds me of my college days, you know? The olden days. The 2 weeks ago days.